Okay, please bear with me. I lost my voice this morning. I got allergies. So at the age of 23, I'm an identical twin. And at the age of 23, my identical twin fell in a mine shaft while out hiking in Cripple Creek, Colorado. And he fell about as high as the Empire State Building to his death. And where he fell is where he's at today. There was no tools in my toolbox to deal with the loss of my identical twin brother. I would lean more and more on alcohol, which would go into drug use, which would go into a full-blown addiction. I would find myself in and out of incarceration throughout most of my adult life at the Utah State Penitentiary and other lockdown facilities in the state of Utah. Due to that trauma, which was very traumatic, I would come to find out that it's very common for people with trauma to end up in the system. And the system in and of itself is traumatizing. And for those of you that have been in that system, you know, and it just adds more trauma on top of trauma. I was angry, I was hurt, and I wasn't going to tell anybody. And I would stay stuck like that for a long time.
And now we can't leave everyone hanging. You have to tell us then what happened.
So what happened was I finally decided, after multiple attempts, to seek out recovery. And I had no idea what that was going to look like. None. I mean, I spent a lot of years in and out of prison, gang-affiliated, club-affiliated, and it was not so much as the system in and of itself to get away from. It was the environment and the people, right? It's one thing to lay the drugs down and the alcohol. It's another thing to try to disengage from the culture that I was in. And it was very hard for me to learn to do that. So I ended up in the Salt Lake County Jail for the last time. And I went to see a judge, Judge Dino Jimenez. And it was before he became the drug court justice or drug court judge. And he gave me a second chance opportunity to get my life together. I stood before him and I said, listen, my brother came to visit me in jail. I hadn't seen my brother in 8 years. When I'm living the life I'm living, the last thing I am is around anybody that is decent or good or anybody in my family. And my brother came and told me my father had cancer and he was dying. My mother cried a lot. They had no idea where I was. I was off in the streets. And my brother said I was still loved and needed, and I was needed by them. And he asked if I was done. I told Judge Jimenez that story, and he gave me another chance to succeed.